morning, everybody, and we start another session of Empowering Morning Conversation. We are at session number 324th, and it's the 3rd of March. Wow. So we are slowly creeping towards the 1-year mark. And my big thanks to every one of you who's there with us from the beginning, allowing us to make this contribution to the world, allowing the world to be a better place for everybody. So before we start today's session, I'd love to hear from each and every one of you about how you're doing. We've had some very interesting topics for the last 2-3 days. So I'm sure that some insights, some realization, something new is opening up in your life. So what's happening? In the meantime, why don't we, while you're thinking your thoughts, Vetrivel, would you tell all newcomers who might be watching this session, what is Empowering Morning Conversations and what can people get out of it?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. It is an opportunity to see a world in a new perspective. Here we, how we are becoming a possibility seekers. We train ourselves to see possibility in everything. And that's a normal demon in human being, like reaction and resistance. And we create opportunities. And we do through everyday morning conversations, and it happens more than 321 days, continuously without fail. So I welcome you all once again to this massive and great journey towards self-development and the make our life peace, joy, and glory. Over to you, sir.
I thought you'll say more about it. So a couple of things. One, we started this program because we all realized that the world is bombarding us with negativity. And as human beings, we get influenced. So you can imagine that, if we keep getting influenced by negativity, it will affect our actions. It will actually affect our emotional state. It will affect the results that we produce, and it affects everything. Right? So the first thing is to keep our mental state positive. In a positive mental state, we see possibilities. In a negative mental state, we only see things that are discouraging, makes us feel bad, and simply feeling bad doesn't help. Right? That's one thing. You'll see a caption on top of my head: stop blaming, start living. So when we focus on what's possible, then there is a possibility that you may find a way ahead. Okay? That's the purpose of this. So what do? We shift you out from your automatic mode of living. See, in the auto mode, which I also call as the default mode, we spend most of our time in resisting or reacting instead of really living. So what do I mean by we are not spending time living? If you're resisting and reacting, you're not able to experience the experience that is happening at that moment. All right? Every moment of your life is your life. Every experience of your life is your life. If you're busy resisting it, if you're busy just reacting to it, and you're not even getting to experience the experience of the moment, are you really alive? Ask yourself that question. And here we are yearning for happiness and pleasure and exuberance and joy and all those things that we want. And when it comes to us, we are not actually completely experiencing that either. So when we are happy, many people will think, oh, how long will this happiness last? And when we are not happy, then we know very well what we are doing. What we miss in all this is that every experience comes to us with a purpose And every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Because every experience is adding to our life, isn't it? So, in the default mode, we cannot experiencing our own life. So, would you be living your life fully? No. So, we're shifting out of that. We're getting into something we call as create mode. Create mode means we are creating the life that we desire. Right? So, that's a couple of aspects of what we do every morning. So, what I wanted to talk to you about is something which we call as perfection. So, what does perfection mean to you?
For me, perfection is God.
Okay, very nice.
For me, excellence is perfection, sir.
Okay. What is perfection? Yeah, there are many other people also who can respond, right?
So perfection is aligned, I feel.
Right? What is that, Betty?
Perfection means alignment, sir. Alignment between emotion, action, and words.
Okay. Now that is theory, or that's what you think practically?
At present,
What is perfection for you?
yet to get practice.
Well, look for a moment into everyday life. Do you desire perfection? Some people do, some people don't. So, what's perfection?
Perfection is a perception.
Perfection is a perception. Huh? Okay, that's very interesting. Say something more about it.
Doing something.
I know you, you always try to do everything with perfection. I've watched you in action. So, what's the
But-
perfection for you?
So, whenever you do anything and you look at it and you say, oh, I could have also done this a little better. Or so ultimately, there's no state of perfection actually. You can always do better.
Okay.
So perfection is maybe a state of mind or a feeling of satisfaction that you achieve something in the best possible way.
All right, that sounds pretty good to me. What? Who
Yeah.
else?
For
What is
me, perfection is if you are content in whatever you are doing. Because perfection is a very relative term. There's no definition to perfection. Each one's levels are different. So if you are content in doing what you are doing, for me,
Correct.
that is perfection.
Okay, so let us now narrow it down, everybody.
Can I add just
Yes,
one
yes,
thing?
of course.
Expectation and action, when they match with each other 100%, that is perfection.
Okay, expectation. All right.
That may be bookish. Definition of in a book.
Okay, wonderful points of view we all have. Let's see, maybe everything adds to it. What is Yonitya? What's perfection? Good morning to you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
God's creation is perfection. So, according to me.
Yep. What is?
So, wow.
Yeah, so the moment you can start to see that God's creation is perfection, you will be in a state of allowance.
Right.
That's beautiful. Okay.
When you are 100% satisfied with what you have done is perfection.
Okay, when you're 100% satisfied with what you've done is perfection. Okay, great.
I
Thank-
think nobody can find out faults in the work.
When nobody can find fault with what I've done, that including yourself. Yes, Kunain sir.
The other thought coming to my mind is, sir, when I was reflecting upon my thought, when I think with my belief that I am right, then I think I am perfect. So it's sort of self satisfaction of my ego with my thoughts that it is perfect, it's fine, everything is good as per my knowledge, as per my belief.
Okay, so let us now break it down into, there are very different areas in your spokes of your life, right? So what is perfection in relationship for people?
Again, it's very subjective, sir. Like, what is my definition or understanding of relationship with my
Yeah, I'm not
knowledge?
asking for a universal bhashan here. I'm asking you, what's your definition for perfection in your relationships? See, I want each one of you to think about that, because my definition of perfection in my relationship is X, yours is Y, Henry's is X. So everybody will have his own. I agree with you. But I want you to think about whatever you consider as perfection in your relationship.
For
When two
me,
people involved in a relationship are in harmony, even in their disagreement, that couple, two people, those two people or three people are in harmony with the relationship, that is perfection for them.
Yeah.
Even in their
So,
disagreements, if they are okay.
right. That's my definition of perfection too, Darshanaji. Thank you. Who else?
see, for
What's
me,
your
perfection in relationship means whosoever is the person shall behave, act, or think same like what I want them to do.
perfection in a relationship is only when they think, act, and do like you want them to do. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, I think perfection in relationship is, I mean, we can express freely with everybody.
okay.
Our feelings we can express freely.
Okay. When you can express your feelings freely, that's perfection in a relationship. Okay. So everybody has his own. I mean, Kunain is entitled to his view. Seems quite similar to very famous person in India these days. Even a virus is named according to his wishes. Okay, great. So what's perfection for you in the area of money, for example? What's perfection for you in your team? What's perfection for you in your business? So I think what Reddy Garu said was excellence in business is perfection for him. Am I right, Reddy Garu?
Yes, sir.
That's regarding business, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you notice that we've got our own yardstick, our own standard for every area of our life? Like, so for perfection, for let's say media person, like a film actor, perfection would be six-pack abs, and a perfect face. So they are trying to get perfection by getting Botox done, by, getting plastic surgery to change the shape of their nose or their lips or their whatever, right? For them, it is that, right? Perfection or whatever they consider a perfect body and all that. Okay, perfection for me, body-wise, maybe that, okay, I don't have any illness. I don't have any. Perfection for somebody would be that you have a slim, trimmed, athletic, muscular figure. It's a relative thing, right, Kunain said. So what is it for you? And whatever it might be, I believe we can enjoy. Now, my question for the day is, can there be perfection, or does that always require judgment to create anything as perfect? I want you to think about it. Can there be perfection? So like Yonita said, God's creation is perfection. Therefore, does that always require judgment to create anything as perfect? If you decide you have the perfect relationship, are you going to see when that person is cheating on you? Are you going to see where they are not perfect if you've decided they are perfect? So should I repeat what I said or you all heard it? Question, can there be perfection or you always require judgment to create anything as perfect? If you decide, let's say that you have decided that you have the perfect relationship, in that case, are you going to see when the person is cheating on you? Are you going to see where they are not perfect if you have decided that they are perfect? So achieving of perfection is an absolute standard. Now question is, somebody said there can be no perfection, but we are always working towards it. Yeah. Now there is a state called is perfection, maybe not. Because can there be any absolutes in this reality?
No.
There are no absolutes in this reality, right? So there is change, there is evolution. What may be perfect for me when I'm 25 years old may not be perfect for me then when I'm 70 years old. Or consider another point of view here. Is it the truth only that the greatest power here is the ability to change and transform? That's not absolute. Perfection is a picture. Is it reality? Do you know anyone who has a perfect house?
No, sir.
Yeah, and even if they do, how much work do they have to do to keep it that way?
Yeah, it is difficult, sir.
Yeah, so do they get upset when somebody does something out of order? And when you go to that house, would you feel comfortable?
No.
Now, I've been to a perfect one, some very like a absolute, like a model, this one. And I could see that that person was always stressed, He was like, don't sit here, don't sit there, Is it clean? Oh, there is some speck of dust here, all the time obsessed about it. So if you are always bothered, okay, on the one side we have, okay, things are perfect the way they are, and I can work to make them better. There's no problem with that. Or there can be always getting upset because things are not perfect and they are not the way you expect them to be. Am I right about that?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So what is happening is that we may be making ourselves upset because we are defining our reality. We are trying to define it. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. Well, is everything going to turn out the way it should be according to you?
No.
Right? So we will not have any allowance for that which we are saying it should not be like this and it should not be like that.
Oh.
So if you decide that your issue is money, for example, how many of you have got an issue with money or sex or relationship? Whatever your issue is, that is the defining element of your reality. And you're saying, hey, look, things are not perfect because of this and things are not perfect because of that. You'll notice that everything is defined around that, right? Everybody has this core issue, Somebody says my relationship is my core issue. Somebody says my health is my core issue. Somebody says money is my core issue. So let's imagine if money is the issue, then you cannot look at anything except from the point of view of how much money you are and how much you are not having, how much you are not creating or you are not generating. Everything you're looking at is through the point of view of money. So that's or whatever it is that you are defining in your life. What is top of your mind? What is your core concern? So everything seems to revolve around that. So somebody's core issue is, companies, big corporations are very political place. It's very difficult to survive on it. And I have to do a big job, and to survive, I'll have to struggle. So all the time, what do you think you're going to be looking at? What do you think you'll be looking at? See, this one is doing politics, that one is doing politics, that one is taking advantage of so-and-so, this one is doing so-and-so. And that thing which you are defining becomes a distraction for you, and you may lose sleep over it. You will lose your focus on what is it that you wish to achieve. Are you getting it? I'm here in this company because I want to do this excellent. I have this idea, I want to implement it, and it will produce money for the company. I will get name and fame. That's what I'm here for. Instead of that, if your attention is divided into, oh, people are not playing fair, people are stealing idea, people are doing this, people are doing that, that's my core issue, right? Then I'm deviating from my core purpose. No? So whatever it might be, so let's look at it from the point of view of being human. What is my core purpose for my existence anyway? And what are you existing for? Are you existing here to keep on getting distracted by all these things that bother you? Of course, they are there. You can't ignore them also. But it's up to you whether you give them significance or not. Right? If you don't give them significance, you will not waste your time on them. You will get on with the business of living.
Right.
Otherwise, you will keep on waiting. Like you can take me, for example. I don't have the perfect weight right now. I put on a lot of weight in the last 1 year. I can keep on obsessing about it. Okay? Or I can do my work to the best of my ability and at the same time work on that issue. Or I can just be obsessed about it and upset myself and everybody else. Which one makes more sense? Or any other thing that is your core issue. See, suppose would you rather have a happy family, people living together, being happy, comfortable with each other, or because you are a person who says, okay, as long as everybody does what I say, then only it is perfection. Then you will be busy trying to get everybody to do what you say, right? And you will not be enjoying your family only.
Right.
So there are many ways of looking at it. So consider perfection. Everybody wants to have it, but what is perfection? Right? So if anything that you define as not perfect in your life, in the year 1992 or something, I attended a money workshop. All right. And they said that money, what if you can have a state of your life where money is not able to stop you from doing anything that you wish to do? So that was a very interesting thing. I said, how can it? Unless you have money, how can you do things? Okay. Now, those were the days, when salaries were low, children were growing up, a lot of requirements, so money was there, this and that. They said, hello, consider a possibility that money is not able to stop you from getting whatever you want in your life. So I did that workshop and it's quite amazing. I was making things happen. I was going for things and money was coming for whatever I wanted to do. But then I had my mental block because I was not in my mind able to ask the universe for huge amounts of money and all that. We think small, we get small. I remember a time I used to say to myself, if I get a salary of 5,000 rupees a month, wow. So I got it. Then I was thinking I should get 10,000 rupees a month. So who's limiting? But coming back to what I'm saying, whatever is that defining thing that we've made in our life and we're getting stuck in that, then we might get deviated from our core purpose, right? You tell me, how many of you got a core purpose that I should be miserable and unhappy in my life? We don't have, right?
No.
But we'll pick up some defining thing and say, okay, because of this, I cannot be happy and I have to be miserable and unhappy in my life. I
Yeah.
might have everything in my life that can make me happy. Okay. But I'll latch on to that one thing and make myself unhappy.
Correct, correct.
So I'm not saying that we should not go for perfection. We should. Right? I'm not saying we should not make things better. We should. Why not? But at the same time, there is a core purpose we have. I mean, something very important to us, like being happy, like being healthy. Okay? So we can focus on that without obsessing and making ourselves upset, isn't it?
Mm.
More and more research is showing that people who live in a state of unhappiness and anxiety and worry are the ones who get ill.
Right.
They get sick. Now, let us imagine that there is a person who's overweight, okay, and he is not able to deal with it. And it is becoming worse because he is going on having anxiety and worry, and everybody is telling him, oh, if you don't take care of your weight, you will, fall sick and this will happen, that will happen. And his mental state is of worry now, right? Is he going to remain healthy for very long? Right? And if you see how people are responding and reacting, he keeps himself happy and people say, see, you're not concerned about your health. You're not even bothered you're overweight or something like that. Similarly, suppose there is a money issue, okay? And people around us say, oh, you don't have enough money. Why you're spending? Why have you spent 10 rupees? You could have got this for 5 rupees also. Have you seen people like that?
Yeah.
Now, the fact of the matter is the more unhappy you are, the less money you're going to have in your life.
Yeah.
But the people who obsess about money, they are always obsessing about it, Like I know someone who will write down even 10 paise if they've spent it. So it's fine to record your expenses, everybody should. But if you're, oh my God, I could have got this for 5 rupees. Yeah, why did I spend 10 rupees? I should have gone to, I know these people who will spend 400 rupees in petrol, to buy something cheaper by about 20 rupees. If you go to that shop now, it's available 20 rupees cheaper. So I will drive that much and spend 100 rupees on petrol. Have you seen people like that? How much obsessing they do about these little piddling things? My question is, whatever drama we are doing, is it allowing us to live our life? So we say, oh, all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Wow. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Of course, life wants to come to me with ease, joy, and glory. But what am I doing with it? Anna? What we are doing with it is saying, my good God, everything is going normal. Something is wrong here. So I've got to introduce some worry. I've got to introduce some fear. Everything is normal. We cannot be normal. Anna? Some people get upset, if you're happy, they'll say, hey, you're becoming casual about life. You should be more serious. As though, walking around with a frown, you're more serious about what you're doing. If you're happy means you're not serious. So interesting, isn't it? So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think enough food for thought for today. At least for me. So if you guys want to say something, go ahead. I'm willing to listen, respond, answer, do whatever you say.
Sir, we live always with expectations in life.
Okay.
Is it right or not?
I suppose, see, expectation is like entitlement mentality.
Sir.
Okay. If I have an expectation, I'm expecting someone to fulfill my expectation. I can have a desire. There's nothing wrong with having a desire, is there?
Sir.
But what is expectation? A lot of people live with expectation. No, I expect you to wake up every morning and say good morning to me. That's my expectation. So did I tell that person?
No.
You can say, no, I would feel very happy that when we get up, no, we greet each other with a smile and say good morning. Now I have communicated my desire.
Okay.
But having expectation, people should respect me. Or having an expectation, whatever I say, everybody should do. You can have a desire. You can have a desire that, look here, I'm a very wise man. I know a lot of things in my life. I've learned the hard way. Therefore, I'm telling my family, look, these are the do's and don'ts. If you follow it, it'll be good for you. So I'm expressing my desire to them. But if my happiness is going to depend on whether they are following my diktat or not, then I'm in trouble, no?
Yes, sir.
See, when people are born, did they tell you, Papa, I will fulfill all your expectations? Did they promise you that when they were born? They were not, right?
No.
Did you promise them you will fulfill all their expectations?
Normal. Yes, sir.
No, you never promised them. See, it is expected. Children expect that, parents should fulfill all my wishes.
Yes, sir.
But you never promised to fulfill them.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
So they can expect, they can ask also, and you can give also. I desire to give as much as I can to my children. Definitely, as a parent, I want to. Not because they expect it. They don't have a right to it.
But we always take it granted, sir, without.
So what I'm saying, because we don't communicate, no?
True.
How many ridiculous expectations we have? Do you know what is an unrealistic expectation? Ladies and gentlemen, what is an unrealistic expectation that you have? Everybody has one.
Nobody should be angry with me.
My God, are you reading my mind, Kunen? I was thinking exactly the same thing. Nobody should get angry with me, even if I do something stupid. I mean, that's a really absurd expectation, right? You'll always be unhappy in life if you think like that. What other expectation we have like this? Unrealistic. I should have a face like Dilip Kumar. Why have you given me this face, God? What?
Things should happen my way.
Yeah, things should always happen my way.
Everything should be perfect.
Yeah, everything should be perfect. So somebody asks you what is perfect, you don't know. There isn't even an absolute zero. Right? I mean, you're a science guy, right? What other, expectations we have that are guaranteed to make us unhappy?
Sir, me and KP having a good hairstyle.
You're having a good hairstyle, yeah, with full hair. Me too. See? Realistic expectation. The field has got no minerals in it, no fertilizer in it, but we expect the grass to grow. That's a good one. So what else is possible today? That's a good way to start the day. Na? So what else is possible? How does it get better than this? Today is a great day. How does it get better than this?
Sir, I want to share something, sir, I read recently. It is something related to perfection. It says, what is authenticity? when you are authentic. It's
I'm not able to make out. Can you repeat what you said?
yeah. I read something recently about authenticity.
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 Okay.
Authenticity. It says authentic or maybe perfect means it doesn't mean that you are always right. It means it's a nice balance of my well-being and others' well-being.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. Send it to me. I'll put it on the group.
Right, sir. Yeah.
There's lots and lots and lots of work being done. Authenticity. Authenticity always also means that you are what you are instead of trying to pose and pretend something. You know?
Right. Yeah.
All right. What else? So wonderful day. How does it get better than this? Is the question to be with today. How does it get better than this? And what else is possible?
Yeah, I want to say something.
Yes, yes.
Ever since I've been kind of listening to these morning conversations, it has, I mean, I'm not talking about perfection, but what I'm talking about the experience and the feeling it gives you to take you through the day. And there's so many sharings that happen from everybody that, keeps coming back to your mind in different situations and actually solving certain things or making you feel good rather than upsetting you. So I think that is something that I've been experiencing in the couple of weeks, months, and I wanted to share that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that means with folded hands, I request everybody participate in the conversation, ask questions, share. You know how much value sharing adds to everybody's life. That's what Henry, thank you, Henry. Some guys might wake up and start opening their mouths. There's some guys just want to sit here as spectator and see, okay, this match is going on. Who is scoring more points? Very good. This person shared that person shared that. Okay, I agree with this one. I don't agree with this one. I can give better advice to this one. So that's like, sitting, watching a cricket match, trying to say how the cricketers can play the match better than they're playing, or you can be a part of the match. So ladies and gentlemen, what will it take for you to become part of the match? So the least you can do today is say hello. All those who haven't said hello, you can say hello.
Hello.
Just listen from Pooja ji. Pooja ji ka hello काफी अच्छा होता है.
Kamal said hello.
Hello.
First of all, very happy birthday, Kunen sir.
Oh, yeah. Kunen's birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Kunen.
Happy birthday, Kunen.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kunji.
Oh, मैं तो भूल गया था सर.
Many happy returns of the day.
आपका birthday आज है.
Happy birthday, Kunen sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Many birds will come into your life. Happy birthday.
God bless you.
So,
Shukriya.
Kunen sir, you are reborning every day with EMC, with whatever you are practicing.
And this hairstyle though makes you look like a birthday boy, all right. Really good. Don't change it. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. वो जो आपकी formidable character वाला look आता है ना, वो अभी नहीं आ रहा है. अभी जरा प्यारा मोहन आ रहा है. That's nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
So have a great day. All right. Let them do whatever they want today. Take them out and let them have fun. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They will all say, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है. आज फिर मरने का
इरादा है.
नहीं, दूसरा वाला सही नहीं है.
वो मरना दूसरे किस्म का मरना होता है. लाइक हसीन दर्द दे दो वो वाला. आप नहीं समझोगे.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. So that's it. So have fun, guys. See you tomorrow. Ready to begin at 7 a.m. sharp.
सर कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं सर.
Oh,
So what about शायरी?
शेर भी तो चाहिए आज.
हाँ वही तो.
Of course, of course. कुलदीप जी बोलिए.
आज लम्हे जन्मदिन के ये खास लम्हे मुबारक, ये कुनन जी के लिए।
आदाब।
जन्मदिन के ये खास लम्हे मुबारक, आंखों में बसे नए ख्वाब मुबारक।
Wow.
जिंदगी जो लेकर आई है आपके लिए आज, जिंदगी जो लेकर आई है आपके लिए आज, उन तमाम खुशियों की हंसी सौगात मुबारक।
Wow.
ये तो कुनन जी के लिए।
तो कुनैन जी, आज आपका खास दिन है तो आपको खास शेर सुनाना चाहिए।
अरे
और
हाँ।
एक और सर दो लाइन का
कुलदीप सर, बड़ा अच्छा शेर था
कि चलो आज जिंदगी की नई शुरुआत करते हैं। चलो आज जिंदगी की नई शुरुआत करते हैं, जो उम्मीद दूसरों से की थी वो खुद से करते हैं।
वाह वाह वाह,
Lovely.
Wow, very good.
both are excellent. Please send it to me on my personal chat. Thank you
जी,
so
जी।
much for that. So Kunen,
इट्स अ पावरफुल शेर सर। सो कुलदीप
very
सर,
very very.
इट्स गिविंग मी सम मैसेज। मुझे जो अभी याद आ रहा है, अर्ज किया है कि ये दिल अजीब है, ये दिल अजीब है अक्सर कमाल करता है। ये दिल अजीब है अक्सर कमाल करता है, जवाब जिनका नहीं वो सवाल करता है। जवाब जिनका नहीं वो सवाल करता है।
Good one.
बिल्कुल।
So that is my thought of the day.
Yeah, can you repeat this, please? It's such a nice one. I want to listen to it again, please.
ये दिल अजीब है, ये दिल अजीब है अक्सर कमाल करता है। कमाल is also used like perfection, like
कमाल हो गया, कमाल
हो गया, बहुत अच्छा, कमाल, परफेक्ट। So ये दिल अजीब है अक्सर कमाल करता है, जवाब जिनका नहीं वो सवाल करता है।
सवाल करता है। Good.
सकाळचं
Good.
जवाब जिसका नहीं उसका सवाल करता रहता है। Interesting one. Opens up new possibilities, you see. All right, so you have a great day. All right, every one of you, especially Kunen. Okay, I don't know what you're going to do today, but whatever you do, have fun. So see you tomorrow morning. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Stay safe and stay blessed all.